Good day, everybody. Came out to get my four-wheeler, and one of the kids was playing around with it. Turned the keys on and left them on, so my battery's dead. So, walk back to the barn, the shop, and Dad says he's got a battery charger, so I'm gonna grab it and hook it up and get the battery charging. Oh, look at them doggies. Doggies didn't know I was outside, so they came charging. But yeah, I'm gonna move the sleds around a little bit inside the garage and get my four-wheeler back in the garage, because it's been outside for the last at least a week or more. Get it thawed out a little bit. It's been cold. I want to do some work. One of the tires is going a little bit low. It's got a very, very slow leak, so I'm just gonna get that blown back up, because I'm praying for a nice little warm-up. So I want to have my quad ready and just come back and check things out. I haven't been outside for over a week. It feels so good to finally get out. It's been so cold here. I think about 5 days now. It's been in the minus 40s, and then the low to mid minus 30s during the day. So it's been pretty brutal. So I'm gonna go in the tool shed here. And turn the lights all on. And it all looks good in here. Don't mind the mess. Half of this is all here when we moved, except for the wood and obviously some of the tools, but we kind of just had everything placed, not set. So a lot of nice scrap wood that we have scavenged from the farm. Hunting blind. We got some. Dad's done some tables. Dad's got a nice table under here. Dad's also. I'll show you the box that he did. He's done several of them. Look like old army crates. Aren't they freaking cool? Might have to put it in order with them. I think I want one. I think they're freaking cool. So, but yeah, Dad's got a little table he built with some of his tools all up here. And then there's more wood. This is the stuff that was all left here. A lot of old parts and pieces, and I'm gonna go through all this stuff in the spring, and then all that stuff all up there too. A lot of just junk. I'm gonna go through it all, scrap whatever we don't need, get this stuff clear. Over here, I don't know what we're gonna do with all these shelves, but I know it needs to be moved a little bit. Oh, and little weasels out. I just seen them over there. But we gotta clean it up in here, make it, organize it a little bit more. Where's the little guy? He's over here. He's been peeking his head out. All our friends and stuff we've, if you can see there, they're all the deer skins. They donated those to Dad. He wants to start doing some tanning. And which better way of learning is everybody gave them to him. So he's got a lot of tanning stuff to work on when it warms up. And if anybody's ever interested, we have this small animal weigh scale. It's got the scale, everything all on it. The thing's complete. I got that for sale. So if anybody's interested in one of those, I've got one of those for sale. And yeah, that's big cleanup to go. He had this shop here actually was so packed full of junk. Like, there was a lot of good stuff, but it was also a lot of junk. Literally from that door, we couldn't even open the door all the way. There was just a little pathway that came this way, and that sounds like a bigger animal. Oh, that's the dogs outside. and a little area here where maybe you can pull in like a lawnmower or something. But other than that, and I'm not lying, you could barely even walk in here. This place was so packed. It took a team of people at the when they were getting ready for their auction one, because the previous owner had passed away 2 weeks after we purchased the place, and I think he was slowly starting to retire and getting out of the line of work he was in, and so he had an auction planned anyway. So when he passed away, everything kind of got all jumbled up and whatever. So there was a team of people in here for a week straight, just taking, there were trailer loads of just garbage. It was insane, just the amount of stuff he had here. He went to auctions and he would buy, I don't know, he bought like, I think there had to have been at least 50 to 60 electric weed whackers in here. It was crazy. So, you know, that's just, you know, that was what he did. He bought stuff, so resold it, and then I think eventually he just, you know, he was borderline hoarder, but he also had useful stuff. There was so much stuff in this barn at the auction, one guy who is a wealthy fella, I can't even remember what his name was, bought everything, all the contents in the shop for 10 grand at the auction. If that doesn't speak how much was actually in here, like there was tools, parts, everything. It was insane. So anything that was bolted or attached to the place stayed. That's why we got all the shelves and stuff in here. But when they came in to take all his stuff out, they actually left all the junk here, which it sucked. I didn't want that, but it's also scrap steel, and I can also barter someone's services for the scrap steel, because there's some scrappers around here. There's probably at least, you know, with what we have outside already, well, a couple $100 worth of scrap. So, you know, I can always barter that for someone's time or for something that we may need for the farm. So I mean, that's what it's like here in Hudson Bay, is a lot of people will trade and their services for what, you know, what something they have. Someone may need it, and they'll, okay, well, later I'll give you a couple bales of hay, or, you know, that kind of thing. So absolutely love it. I think the dogs might smell the weasel, that's why they're scratching around at the side door over there. Right there. That door's getting replaced this year. We got a couple outside steel doors we're gonna put on there and lock it. Or I may just close it in. I'm not sure. We don't really need it. I don't know. Don't know what we're gonna do, but lots of plans. The garage door though, the big door, she needs help. The whole bottom section, I'm gonna put some more boards on the bottom just to strengthen it up, because it is coming apart. But a lot of drafts, especially at the top up there. You can see all the sunlight up there. Just small things. I mean, this is a small things within the next year or two, you know, after living here, we got to do. And you got the heat up there. All the drywall that's on the roof's got to come down. It's gross. I want to save up. It'll take a couple years, but I like to save up and get roofing tin and tin the whole entire roof and the sidewalls, because that will also help retain the heat in here. You know, we can come out here actually late in fall, early winter, you know, -5 to -10, and have the heat on, and it'll stay warm. And that's what I'd like to do long term. I mean, the roof this, or to do this place in roofing tin, probably, I don't know, almost 10 grand. So I mean, that's something just you can't just do. I gotta save up for that. Yeah. So right now, what my plan is, actually, I came on here to get a battery charger. Go up, get my 4-wheeler charging, get it fired up and running. I'm gonna move my snowmobiles a little bit. I'm gonna get my 4-wheeler back into the garage. And then I also would like to get Dad's quad over, and I want to get his winch fixed up on his bike. So it's ready to go in the spring. He doesn't have to worry about anything. And then start getting prepped for spring, because March is just about here. I was looking back at some of my old YouTube videos, and 11 months ago this month we were out on the 4-wheelers, late months, so almost April. So it's coming. The ground isn't actually all totally frozen here, probably the first inch or two, but the ground's actually not frozen. So if it warms up, we're hoping it'll just soak in and not have any kind of flooding, any massive amounts of sitting water like we did last year. Last year we had water pooled for almost a couple months, and we had some massive mosquito issues last year. Now I don't know if that was the actual cause, because I heard everywhere, even Ontario, had really bad mosquitoes last year. It was the worst ever. So who knows? But we'll get it figured out. And we did some work in the bathroom. We took the old sliding shower doors down. They were just so hard to clean, and they were gross and gungy and disgusting. And the wife wanted shower curtains, so we put those all up. And other than that, we've just been in the house. Not much to do with it being so cold. It was just insane. But the chicken coop's coming up. It'll likely start this week. I'm going to start disassembling the inside of it, repurposing whatever wood I can, and because I got to build another small coop in the big barn for the new chicken area, and get that ball rolling. Tomorrow is supposed to be a lot warmer. Right now it's minus 16 degrees Celsius. But I'll take that any day over minus 30s, minus 40s. So I'm just going to get the battery charger, go up to the house and get that on the go, and then start moving the sleds.